story. We knew this was coming. It is now done.
Yeah, so the Pac-12 commissioners finally stepped down. I mean, is there a Pac-12 left?
Door is open. Shut it behind you. George Kliavkoff has been fired as the Pac-12 commissioner after 5 really unstable years. They've bought him out. His failure follows the failure of the prior commissioner, Larry Scott, who got the conference in trouble with creating the so-called Pac-12 network. At the end of the day, George Kliavkoff failed to come up with a TV deal that would match all the other great conferences around the country. And then because he did not get the deal, he was left out on the street corner with his hands out. Please help me. Amazon came forward and offered him only $20 million per team per year. Well, the SEC is getting $51 million per team. The Big Ten, the Big 12 are getting $40 million per year in their new TV contracts. And then Kliavkoff had no knowledge that USC and UCLA were negotiating in the middle of the night to go to the Big Ten. And then when he failed to come to the table with legitimate TV offers, 8 other schools vacated, the Oregons and the Washingtons, and guys went to the Big Ten, to the Big 12, and the absurd Bay Area situation, they went to the Atlantic Coast Conference. He also failed early on to pursue Oklahoma and Texas when there were rumors, undercurrent stories. Oklahoma and Texas were going to opt out of the Big 12. He should have been at the front door with a sales pitch to lure them to the Pac-12 and make it the mega conference. He didn't do it. And where do those guys wind up going? SEC.
Right.
So all this stuff just piled up. And for all the sales pitch and all the bluster of who he was and what he was going to accomplish, he failed miserably. And now we're down to a Pac-2. I'm not sure who the leader is going to be because they've left behind, under Kliavkoff's era of error, they have left behind a whole bunch of lawsuits that have to be solved. There's a whole bunch of litigation the Pac-12 still has on its table. They had brought in former NFL quarterback and athletic director Oliver Luck to be a consultant. Maybe he becomes the point man for at least the next 2 years when all of this is Washington State and Oregon State, and maybe he will work through all this litigation that they've got. They're getting sued by a ton of different people. And then maybe they set the stage for what's going to happen after the 2025 season, when I think they're going to make the middle of the night raid here to get San Diego State, Boise State, Colorado State, take maybe 6 of the Mountain West schools and bring them to the Pac-2. So it'll be fascinating going forward. Luck might be the heir apparent on a short-term rental as a consultant to help guide. The guy's a smart, bright guy, and he's got just volumes of experience in business as well as college athletics. So maybe he is the rental to replace Kliavkoff. What a disaster. What the Pac-12 presidents did, hiring Larry Scott, who screwed this up royally, and then following up with the hiring of this guy who accomplished absolutely nothing and has left us with a 2-team conference. John?
I can't even believe he's still employed by the Pac-12. I mean,
he had a contract.
Okay.
It takes time to buy out the contract.
Okay. Well, I just figured he would have been dismissed after this whole calamity of problems. I mean, does the Pac-12 still officially exist?
Yes,
right?
It officially exists until the end of the spring sports season. I think it'll be the Pac-12 as we know it till August 1st.
Of 2024.
Yes.
Okay. So not much time left. So Oliver Luck, then, if he came in and he was the commissioner, would it be the Pac-12, the Pac-2?
The Pac-2. He's not going to be the commissioner. He's going to be the consultant if he is the guy.
Okay.
But he's got this world of experience, having been an athletic director other places. So,
but the whole house is on fire. I mean, what do you do? Can you reclaim any of this?
Well, you can't reclaim the schools that left. What you do is we have Washington State, we have Oregon State, we have the amount of assets that we're inheriting. You're going to distribute money to the schools that are leaving. That'll be taken care of. You got to solve, I think there's 5 major lawsuits, litigation. You got to solve that. And so they got 2 years to work through who they are with the game plan to be put in place. How do we get other schools in? And those other schools are obviously the Aztecs and Boise and Fresno and the cream of the crop from the Mountain West Conference. And they've already got an agreement in place as to how they can make this work or what would happen if a few wanted out, et cetera. So it's a very, very complicated puzzle. Hey, you got a question about the Pac-12? Your calls, your comments, your thoughts invited. Join us on Fans Forum.